All right, on today's show, we're going to be talking to legendary on-air personality Chuy Gomez. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Mauricio Mejia Live.
Mauricio Mejia Live.
We're here inside of Studio B in downtown San Jose, and I got a special guest, good friend and mentor, buddy, all of the above. We're about to take it down. My boy Chuy Gomez in the house. What's happening, my brother? How are you today?
I'm glad I was finally invited. I'm like, he's got a podcast. He ain't invited me down there yet. I'm like, bro, what's up?
We're coming in hot already, talking shit. Jesus, we haven't even gotten 5 minutes into the show and already picking on me.
Oh.
Hey, my brother. All I gotta say is, man, we've all come a long way.
We have.
You've come a super, super long way. You've been in the radio game now. How long?
Got to be close to 40. Close to 40.
All I know is that I remember when I moved up to the Bay from L.A. In the early 90s. I want to say, damn, was it KMEL?
Yeah, I was a KME. No, I didn't start. I was probably then at Wild 107.
Already in 90?
Because Wild 107 had just turned over from KSOL. So we're from KSOL to Wild 107 right before it became Wild 94.9.
That's right.
And
Yeah, Wild 107 on Green Street.
So I was probably with Mancal. Yeah. I was working with Mancal then.
That's right. All right, yeah. So now I got, damn. We just took it way back. That's right.
Yes, sir.
You and Mancal, bro.
Word.
You're the motherfucker that closed the bridge.
Yes, I was.
Hey, the world
Guilty.
famous, the Bay Bridge got shut down, my boy Chewy. To get a haircut, bro?
Yeah, man. At that time, it was something ridiculous. Like when they asked me to do it, I didn't want to do it. And I was like, But then I was young and dumb, naive, stupid, and I never really crossed the bridge that much. So I didn't know that it was going to have that much of a ripple effect.
Oh, man.
And so when I went and I did it, it was like, oh, snap. Why is the helicopters up? Why is CHP coming down? Oh, my God. Then I knew I had fucked up. Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, we did something bad.
Yeah. And that was part in protest because during that time, Bill Clinton had stalled the air traffic to get a haircut.
Yeah,
and that was the protest back in the day. We're going way back now.
Yeah. You just got to Google the situation, man. It'll tell the whole story. But it was Bill Clinton had stopped traffic at LAX. Malcolm came to me and he said, yo, what do you think if we stop traffic with you? You're our goodwill ambassador here to the radio station. I don't think the Bay Area would mind if you stop traffic on the bridge. I'm like, all right, I'm down.
Oh, man. Crazy stuff. Well, we started hot right now, but I want to go kind of back, man. Part of the show and what we do here is we want to talk about the journey.
Okay.
You know, right now, obviously, you're a legacy here in the Bay Area. You've done a lot for a lot of people. But let's talk about you. Born and raised?
Born in Mexico, Jalisco, in Tepatitlan, about an hour away from Guadalajara.
Okay.
Came here. I started school right in kindergarten, so I was here probably around 5 years old.
Okay.
And been here the rest of my life. I grew up in San Francisco near the Potrero Hill area down on 16th in Utah. Then I was there till about 6th, 7th grade. Then we moved out to South San Francisco. In South San Francisco, I went to school at Parkway and at South City High. Then I did a little stint at College of San Mateo, CSM, home of the Bulldogs.
All right. There you go.
But yeah, no, I grew up here, but I was born in Mexico.
Got it. Okay. And parents?
Parents, both from the same small town called Mezcala,
Okay.
also in Jalisco. They were family friends and then became boyfriend and girlfriend. And then they got married. And so, yeah.
And siblings?
Small town.
I know you got brothers.
I got my brother, Hugo. Him and I have been doing a lot more stuff together as the Gomez brothers.
Yes.
So him and I have been DJing together for a long time. And my sister, Patty, she's a good girl. She her and her husband own a flower shop in Colma called Paul's Flowers. And
Got it.
they stay busy with that.
Well, I got to tell you, when I first moved up to the Bay Area, your brother, Hugo, was the first guy, one of the first people that I actually came across. So I came up with that LA kind of like that chip on my shoulder, like fuck the Bay. I'm like, this is boring, blah, blah, blah. And I ran into him. I think we met at City Nights, probably was one of the first clubs that I hit. I came in hot. I wanted to take over the world right away. I was like, man, I'm ready. And I remember that Hugo started teaching me the ropes. So I got to give a big shout out to your brother, man.
Hugo's always been really helpful to a lot of people.
Yeah.
He helped launch a lot of DJs in the Bay Area. Teach him. He's a really good teacher.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got patience.
Yeah, he is.
He's an educator, man. So what got you into wanting to be into radio?
Radio, I kind of always wanted to be in radio as a kid. As a kid, I used to call the radio station for my mom, make requests, los Bukis, los Temerarios, can you play, Los Tigres del Norte or whatever. And there was a DJ named Salvador Homero Campos who was on KBRG, El Rey del Puntacho. And it was, I used to call his radio show often. At one point, he invited me down to the station to see the station. I'm like, this kid calls all the time. You want to come visit?
You want to come check out the station?
He wants to. Can I go? My mom took me down there.
Yeah.
I was enamored instantly. He's got the record player. At this time, they're still playing records on the radio. So he takes the record.
That's crazy, man.
The lights are blinking. The phone lines are blinking. Everything's going crazy. He's pulling commercials and they're cart machines.
Yep.
It's amazing, right? And I'm watching this all happen, and I'm taking it all in, and the bright lights and the live studio microphone comes on, and hey, Salvador Homero Campos, El Rey del Puntacho. I'm like, ooh, magic. At that point,
we fell in love.
I think I might have been 7 years old. And that's kind of what got me enamored with radio. How did I get into radio? That was a whole nother story. I loved radio. I called radio stations. I listened to radio stations. Later on in life, I met Tony Silva at his sister's.
Tony Silva, DJ.
Yeah, and he actually was the one that picked me up to go to CSM.
Gotcha.
And I've been for him. I wouldn't even cared about going to CSM, but he said, "Come there, take the broadcasting classes, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Come with me. I'll pick you up. I'm going there anyway. I'll pick you up. Okay, cool." But I went to his sister's quinceañera. I DJed with him at his sister's quinceañera, and who comes in? His neighbor, Marcos Gutierrez.
Okay.
So Marcos Gutierrez was the hot dude on KSOL at the time. He did the night show. He was the guacamole man. He had been doing TV. He started off doing the show on, I believe, Channel 5 called La Semana en Revista.
Okay.
So he took the English highlights of the week and did them Chicano style on Saturdays. Dope. So you would get a pocho translation for the folks that were watching that were Latin American to kind of sort of translate the week's worth of highlights in for the community. And so he later on was in radio at KSOL. He had done KSFX before that, but he was on KSOL when I met him, and I was on the microphone at the quinceañera. Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Se dio la hora del vals. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the waltz. We're going to be doing the waltz momentarily, doing the little Chicano thing.
Hey, bro, you just reminded me when I did the same thing at the club. All right, guys. All right, all the ugly people in the house, be quiet. Or, get on the mic like, yo, where's all the ladies in the house?
Right? And so I'm doing these announcements at the quinceañera. He says, yo, you want to come hang out at the radio station?
Yeah.
Don't ask me that, bro. Really? What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I was like, yes. So
I want to live at the radio station. Yes.
That's what I did.
No, I did it too. We're going to go into my story.
Right. And so I started hanging out at KSOL.
Yes.
Met Tony Valera, Cameron Paul, Michael Erickson, Barry Pope.
All the pioneers. All the pioneers,
DJs.
Baby.
I'm there.
Rest in peace, Cameron Paul.
Right?
Oh,
Definitely.
man.
Michael Erickson, too. Rest in peace.
Oh,
too.
wow. Oh, yeah.
So anyway, so we're there, and I started learning. I started interning. And little by little, they go, you want to be on the radio? Duh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we can't put you on the air. You have no experience. What we'll do is we'll give you overnights, and you can run the board. I can run the board? Yes, you can play the commercials. Don't talk.
I'm cool.
Don't crack the mic. Run the board. I'm like, all right, so I learned to run the board. I run the board.
No one's listening.
About 4 months into me running the board, and you go like, you run tight ship. You do pretty well.
Yeah.
Cool. Here, we're going to ask you to read these PSAs because in overnights, you got to read PSAs. So they gave me 2 PSAs to read per night and said, start with these 2 PSAs, read these PSAs.
Don't record them. Live?
No, record them.
Oh,
okay. Live.
Yeah, that's what I was
about
to
say. This is before you can record.
Yeah.
I mean, you can record on sort of the real, but nobody recorded you. You did a live break. So they give me these PSAs to read. The first day I got a chance to read them, I'm on the air. It's my time to talk. I put my headphones on. I cracked the mic on.
Dead air.
No, it wasn't dead air because I never went to stop the music because I couldn't get the nerve to crack the mic to say my PSA. So there wasn't dead air. The music, the segues where I had to go between, they just continued. I just didn't have the nerve to crack the mic and say anything.
Oh,
so
man.
there wasn't dead air, but there was no Chewy Gomez.
There was nothing. There was nothing.
I was the deer in front of the headlights, right? I'm like, No, can't do it.
No.
I got to do the second one. That second hour, that time I cracked the mic, but I still didn't say nothing. Couldn't get the nerve to say nothing. So that first hour, no PSAs were read.
Uh-huh.
Second hour, I got the nerve up. I finally cracked the mic. So I cracked the mic, blah, blah, blah. So it's cool. So I finally broke it and I cracked the mic and okay, cool.
And you got to give an air check too, right?
Well, that's why he wanted me to record him.
That's right.
So you record him, give him an air check and say, here, this is what it sounded like me reading my PSAs. Okay, well, continue to do that. So I did that for a couple months. After a while, they said, okay, well, take some calls. Run a call on the air.
Uh-huh.
So I went from reading PSAs to running hey, what's going on, Chuy? I'm at Safeway's working overnight, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, say hi to us. Okay, cool, bro. If they curse, you got to splice it out with the
Right.
You learn how to cut tape in college.
Yep.
And now you got the little
Reel to reel. Yeah. Yeah.
And so you cut the tape. Okay, cool. Run a couple of calls. Oh, okay, you're getting comfortable. Okay, cool. All right, from now on, just, after a few more months, then just go ahead and do what you want to do. Send some shout outs, pre-sell a couple of songs coming up in the hour, and do your thing. So I started doing overnights, and they gave me a shift. I'm like,
and this was on KSOL?
On KSOL.
Damn.
Yeah.
What year was that?
That had to have been
92?
No, it's way earlier than like 87, 88, like right out of high school. I graduated in
Chuy,
87. So it was 88, 89.
You've been on the radio that long.
Yeah.
So I moved up to the Bay in 1993. I was interning at Power 106 down in LA. So that's why I came up. I was like, wow, 107. I was like, what? I mean, I came I was like, what? And then at the time, the same Eric Edwards was the voice of Power, was also the voice of KMEL.
KMEL.
So, or was it Mitch Craig, the voice of
Craig.
Mitch Craig was the voice. Yes. So when I heard that, I was like, and then Michael Martin was working up here. Now I'm gonna bust him out right now and I love Michael Martin, but that's Local Eminem, bro. Local Eminem was DJs with Tony B down in LA at carnivals in Glendale, bro. So and he was a mixed DJ at Kiss FM. So when he came up, I didn't know that he was up here. When I moved up here, Michael Martin was the music director for Wild 107, and man, LA radio was exploding. I had to move up here for crazy reasons, and I still wanted to carry on with the nightlife industry, and I wanted to bring that vibe up here. And I remember when I got to Wild, man, I didn't realize that there was going to be so much politics. I didn't understand. I was a young kid. And I just, I thought that my gift of gab was going to get me through the fucking doors and all that. And they smash you real quick, right? And then the Baker Boys in L.A. were huge. I mean, they had Frank Lozano was out. St. John was down there. I mean, the Power 106 was the number one party, was the L.A.'s number one party station. Then all of a sudden I started hearing the Bay Area's number one party station. I'm like, wait, I took that shit personal. I was like, dude, you guys are biting from L.A. And then the Baker Boys became the Flavor Boys up here with my boy DJ Main and Double Barrel Darryl. And I was like, wait a minute, that's kind of like, I didn't want to say it was a bite, but I'm just saying it was.
It's just radio.
It's just radio, right?
But people from here don't know that because they weren't in L.A. People in L.A., they walk differently.
Right. When I finally took offense to it, because I was part of the Flavor unit down in L.A., when they did the Flavor unit up here, I was like, all right, motherfuckers, that's it. No more. I started creating my own shit that I started walking in at the station because I was like, I started voicing it like, that's not even original. Like the Flavor unit started with an ice cream truck in L.A. at Power 106. And then they started an ice cream truck up here. And I was like, oh, dude, where's the originality? So I dug my own grave.
You did? Because you got to understand, that had nothing to do with that's apples and oranges. That's in L.A.
Right.
Zero to do with
L.A. Right, but I'm from L.A., right? And I'm sporting my Dodgers. And by the way, I was still...
Fail.
Yeah.
Fail.
I remember that experience, man. It was just crazy. And then I really got to learn radio very quick. Bob Hamilton was the program director, and then Bob Vitsatsky was the general manager, and there was a whole and then the radio war started. Damn, you were no longer there.
You got a great memory, bro. I don't know none of these names, but I remember them, and I remember all the names you mentioned.
And by the time I got up here, Mancal was already on his way out.
Yeah, he was going to Chicago.
That's right. He went to Chicago. Then you were out of a job from what I understand, or you got.
I wasn't.
For a minute.
I wasn't because it was funny because I was approached by KMEL.
I'm just gonna talk some radio shit right now.
You talk about shit you want. But I'm gonna just tell you because it's funny. Some people have their own
interpretation.
Stories,
Yeah.
and those stories aren't really the way the story went down.
All right, here we go. We're going to clarify it now.
But at the time, it's funny because Keith Naffley, who was programming KMEL, was on his way out. And there was a guy by the name of Dave Shakes that was taking his position. And one of the last conversations Keith had with Dave was, yo, as I'm leaving, you should really watch for this kid Chewy on Wild and see if you can lure him over to KMEL. And so I took a meeting with Dave Shakes. And Dave Shakes says to me, how would you like to come work over at KMEL? I said, oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
I'd love to, but
crazy, right?
Honestly, I love where I'm at. It's where I started. That's where my heart is at.
Yeah.
I'm a KSOL Wild kid.
Yeah, because KSOL transitioned to
Wild 107.
Yeah.
And this was right before it became Wild 94.9. So I was there and I said.
And the call letters for 107 was KSO. Wasn't it KSOL before it became KYLD?
Yeah. Before it became, KYLD.
KYLD.
So I was there and I took the meeting and I said, okay, cool. I said, but what are you offering? And then he said, here's the paper. So what I'm offering. I looked at it. I was like, for what? This? He goes, yeah. I'm like, with benefits? Yes. Oh, hell yeah. I said, like, I love this offer. This is awesome. I've been slapped in the face. I never saw nobody like that. and I said, but can I take this back and see if they'll match it? I said, I don't want to, thank you for the offer, but I'd like to stay where I'm at if possible.
Yeah.
Take some time, take the offer, show it to them, see if they can match or whatever. I'm like, cool. I go back. Now, Michael Martin was music director. He wasn't program director.
Right.
Program director was Rick Thomas. So I was working, and I had a better relationship with Michael. So I would go to his office, and I go, yo, this is what they're offering me to go across the street. Do you think we can? Oh, we can't offer you that. We got JoJo here. We're not going to fire JoJo. We can't offer you that. I said, for weekends, can you at least give me benefits? You don't have to match his number for salary, but can you at least give me benefits? I'm about to have a baby.
Yeah.
Can't do that either.
And where's Mancal had already left?
Mancal had already left.
Yeah.
I was getting ready. Well, I was still there, but I wasn't sure if I was going to stay there.
Bro, and the radio wars were fucking starting.
Just started.
Yeah.
Just beginning.
It was crazy.
And the thing that we did on the bridge had just put Wild on the map. Like,
yep.
Everything was KMEL, but then all of a sudden Wild had struck energy.
Yep.
And there's a momentum at Wild.
That's right.
And so I was like,
you guys cut some edge.
Right.
Yeah, just
and
like
so
cutting edge. Yeah.
I wanted to be there, and it's like, we can't do nothing for you. So I go back to Dave Shakes, and I said, they can't match it. They don't want to match it. I'm going to take the gig.
Oof.
So then he teams me up with Rosary and puts me on the nights,
right.
the Chuy and Rosary show at nights.
That's right.
And I'm making like almost 100K as a young kid.
Yeah, night host.
Night host.
Yes.
I'm like, whoa.
That's a 7 o'clock slot. No,
Yeah,
wait,
6 to 10.
6 to 10, yeah. 6 to 10 slot.
Right after Rick Chase. What kind of who doesn't want the lead in from Rick Chase?
Yeah, exactly.
So I come on right after Rick Chase, and boom, I got the night show.
Wow.
So then I started doing the night show, and it was fire.
Yeah.
We caught fire.
At that time, then the Doghouse started on the morning. The 99.7 in the South Bay.
Yeah.
Shut down.
Yeah, Hot
and
97 shut
Hot
down.
97 shut down, and then all the pieces started to move around, and then that's when I remember when Wild became the Bay Area's #1 Latin station, and then I was like, oh, I'm done with this shit. I was taking shit too personal. I was like, I was not flowing with it because I just came. Again, the mindset that I had, I was like, no, man, that's not original. Whoa. And I was saying it to the wrong people, man. I was just like, yeah, did you hear what Mauricio said? And the next thing I know, I was like, hey, Mauricio, you're not on the promotion team anymore. And I was like, what do you mean I'm not on the promotion team? I'm like the #1 promoter for this. And like, yeah, not anymore. And I was like, okay. And then I remember I got told that, hey, you don't need to come to the station anymore. And I was
crazy.
like, and it was crazy because at the time, Doghouse was there. They were doing their I'm trying to think when Frank Lozano came on too, because Frank Lozano had a little stint. He was still at
Frank was there, and so was Dancing Dave Morales. They both came up. They both did stints here.
Yeah,
because Morales, they were here actually before the Doghouse.
That's right.
Because
yeah, that's right. That's when that's when the transition, and then Doghouse came in. They fired Frank Lozano. I mean, they blasted. They didn't even give him a key back in. Gone out. And that's when I was like, all right. At that time, I was learning production with St. John. I was and we were still doing reel to reel.
Right.
I was learning how to cut tape. 8 hours to do a 60-second commercial was bananas. 60-second spot. 8 hours to do it. And then I remember at the time when Pro Tools started to come into the picture. Anyways, man, I said, you know what? When they kicked me out, I said, fuck this. I'm going to go make some real money. And at the time, I was working for Brit Hahn, City Night, Sound Factory in San Francisco. And I got offered, I started creating so much noise up in the Bay that we started working with Billy and Greg Lopez when Greg was at KMEL. He was part of the, wasn't he part of the All-Star DJs? That's right, All-Star DJs. And we got the opportunity to work with Harry Evans down in San Jose at the old Studio 47. And we kicked it off. And the rest was history. I was like, you know what? Fuck radio. I'm going to go make money now. I'm going to go drive. I'm going to be.
And you were making money.
Oh, I was, yeah.
Because radio as an intern and even working as a promotion team, you weren't making no money.
No. But you act like
you had free tickets.
Hey, I got free tickets. I got backstage, and I was like, "What's up, girl? Like, hey, I'll hook you up in the backstage.
I get your wristband.
I get your. I got I had juice. You know, the juice was worth more.
Juice carries a lot more weight.
Hey, I'd rather have juice.
Yes,
I'd rather have juice than have that money because you know, I just it opened up a lot of doors. But at the end of the day, man, I just couldn't do that, and so I put my radio career kind of mindset to rest, and I just focused on making money and doing the club business. And luckily, I had some great mentors, and we made it happen, man. The rest was history from that point.
But you left a stamp in the city of San Jose, so I mean that's definitely got something to be said about that, because coming in here making noise and putting your stamp on it, not being from here initially,
right?
But just making yourself from here. You've done your thing though. Thanks
for saying that. You know, I've come to a realization. People say, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from San Jose."
Yeah, no,
I said I was raised in L.A., but I'm San Jose. They're like, "How long you been here?" I'm like, 30 years. I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you're from San Jose now."
Oh yeah, this is home. Yeah.
So, and then I even flipped the whole script even more. I said, "Yeah," because I'm originally. Not a lot of people know this. I'm born in San Francisco. I was born in General Hospital, in the old building. My sister was born in the new building, and then at 3 years old, we moved to L.A. So my heart is here, raised in L.A., and then I was educated.
Without getting all into your family business, how did your sister end up being here? Because I went to school with your sister. And
No. So my dad, my dad is fucking. He's a Rolling Stone, bro. So. We got 12 brothers and sisters out there.
Combined,
right?
Families.
Collectively. That we know of, that we've tracked. And I'm the junior, right? But no, my father was living up here in the Bay. My mom was up here in the Bay, too, for a minute. And then we left. But so you've met Gina, my sister Gina.
So she's your half-sister?
Yeah, she's my half-sister. And we straight look alike.
Right.
We look alike. But no, I have my younger sister, Elenia, who's down in L.A. She's a deputy down in L.A. County. Got to give a shout-out to my sister. But yeah, my sister Gina, and then my brother Moses. You know, my other... So by the way, my brother Moses is 8 days older than me. Let's think about that one for a minute. 8 days older than me. So happy birthday to my brother Moses.
Couple Geminis.
I'm like, my dad was... I'm like, fuck, they must have gotten in a fight that week, and then, you know, something happened. But anyways... yeah, so you know Gina.
Right.
Yeah. So crazy shit, man.
Yeah, so it was bananas when she introduced us to you. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. This guy with the chip on his shoulder? Okay,
yeah.
Cool. This asshole? Okay, cool.
I thanks, Chuy. I appreciate it. No. I always
the honesty, bro. The honesty.
I accepted, man. The other part, man, you fucking took me now. Now I forgot where I wanted to go with this shit. But at the end of the day, man, I love the Bay.
Oh,
I love the Bay. I finally have rooted and found myself. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. No, it does. It does. Know? I mean, you know, there's so much beauty in the Bay Area culturally, and both not just culturally, but just as
historically. There's a lot of
as a landmark. It's like there's so much to see within an hour.
Yes.
You know, whether you're in San Francisco, Santa Cruz, Watsonville, Salinas, you know, you're San Jose, Vallejo.
Yeah.
There's so much diversity, though. It's so beautiful.
And then now even when you take it to the next level, Silicon Valley, right? You got the biggest tech capital. This is the global tech capital of the world. You got Facebook, Google. Everyone is based here 10 minutes away from from the South Bay, man.
You
So
know, in South City where I'm at, we got biotech, we got Genentech.
that's right. Yeah,
what I'm saying?
it's crazy how South San Francisco has started to explode, and the domination of that biotech world of what's happening. And then you think of like, why there, right? Like, what's the attraction? Craziness, man, crazy. Man, it's been an interesting journey to see where we're at, where we're going to, man. How do you see radio in the next future, man? Because right now,
radio's a trip
that's what I was just gonna say. Radio's a trip. Nightlife, the entertainment world has turned in. It's kind of like it's on its.
Everything is a trip because people used to want to go to nightclubs. Now
And we're not even tripping right
now.
now.
They want to go to bistros and lounges. You know, let's go to cigar bar.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking. Bottle of wine. I'd rather have a bottle of wine and steak.
And it's not just because your age has changed. It's just the demographics have changed. The way people socialize changed. Nobody wants a big club anymore. Nobody wants to go to a 1,000-person club. They want to go to 200 person lounge. You know, It's like, I'm fine. I want something cozy. I want somewhere I could talk. I want to hear some good music. I want to smoke a cigar.
Yeah.
Drink a glass of wine.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go
That's
for a
all my
frappuccino.
vibe right there, man.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So it's crazy. The whole dynamics changed. And radio, in that sense, also has changed because people don't listen to radio the way you and I listen to radio. I used to go to sleep with the radio station by my headboard.
Yes.
Cassette player. If I heard a song I liked,
I record.
I hit record. Boom. That shit don't happen no more.
And then we try to act like we had the original
Right?
cut, right? Like,
No.
oh, hey, relax,
No.
relax.
and nowadays, you know, kids want to hear a song. Here, let me pull up Spotify. Here, I want to hear it right now. Boom. Oh, I want to hear, what is the song that says blah, blah, blah? Let me Google that. The song says blah, blah, blah. Oh, there it is. That's what it is. Let me YouTube it. Oh, there's a video. Let me watch the video.
Yeah.
So now that's your music. You know, it's like, so you don't get music the way you used to. The only people that listen to the radio is the people that jump in their car. They're going from point A to point B, and that's from anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes. And if you're in the Bay Area, you might get a whole hour's worth of somebody listening from San Jose to San Francisco.
Wow.
They're listening. And if you don't have the auxiliary cord, like my daughter said, give me aux, Dad. No. If you don't have the auxiliary plugged in, then you're listening to the radio. But if you have the aux plugged in, then you're plugged in.
Or if you got Bluetooth, you know, hey, we got to take it to the next
Bluetooth,
level.
You know what I'm saying? You're listening
Yeah.
to, you know, your Spotify, your YouTubes, your SoundCloud, your Mixcloud. Your,
Hey, bro, the only time I listen to radio is when I'm listening to you,
See what I'm
Chewy.
saying?
Come on,
Exactly,
dog.
man.
Come on, bro.
Now, keep it there. No, but it's and then and I try to offer folks stuff that they would get or not get if they were listening to their stuff. I try to give them, you know, the shout outs. You know, that goes a long way. If I said happy birthday to Mauricio today, that's something that Spotify's not going to do for you.
That's right.
Happy birthday to my man Mauricio.
Hey, so what time we're listening to, my boy?
3 to 7, Chewy Gomez, 102.1, man. It's going down. Yes, indeed.
We're making it happen. I'm gonna make sure that we listen because I want to record it. I'm gonna
Right.
be like, "What's up,
There you
guys?"
go. And see, you do that. You record it, and then you put it on your Instagram. Look,
That's right. That's right. I was on. Hey,
out.
that's the new. That's the new.
what it is.
That's the. You got to get that like, right?
Gotta
I'm
get
like,
that
hey,
like,
got to
boy.
get that dopamine kicking in.
And so, you know, so I offer a mix on my show from 5 to 6. There's a mix. You
My
know.
Motion.
My Motion used to be with me now.
okay.
He's like taking a step down. So now I've replaced
got
My Motion with 5 guys.
I was like, whoa.
So now I got my brother Hugo on Mondays.
All right.
Brother Reese on Tuesdays.
There we go.
We have DJ Glenn Howery on Wednesdays. We got DJ Complex on Thursdays.
Glenn Howery, bro. He's
Come
old
on, bro.
school.
I'm bringing them all back, bro. Yeah, I'm bringing them all
Wow.
back. Yes, sir. And then we got this new kid, Justin Beltray, who came from New York, who's doing my Fridays, my commercial-free Fridays. And
Nice.
So, for a while there, I was doing guest DJs, but we just kind of landed onto those 5 guys to kind of entertain us in the 5 o'clock hour. So
What happened to My Motion? I want to.
My Emotion, you know, he just got fed up, and he just like, I don't want to do this no more. I'm
with
like,
radio,
well, just mixing. He said, I don't want to do it no more. And, you know, it becomes a job.
but he doesn't want to DJ
job.
anymore.
He's still DJing clubs, but
I
he's
was
just
about
not on
to
the radio. He's just
bro,
on the
he's
radio.
like it's pirate DJs,
Yeah,
baby.
pirate
Let's
DJs
go.
forever, bro. You know
My
what
boy
I'm saying?
DJ Ivan, pirate DJ. Oh man,
Yeah,
I remember
so-
I got exposed to the pirate DJs, bro, and that was so well. Hey, the other part though is and I got to give a shout out to those guys. They're salvatruchas like me, bro. DJ EFX, their brothers. So
house dude.
the house music. DJ FX is a legend, bro. It's a legend in that scene, and you know. Damn, that's crazy. And then Brother Reese,
San Jose
Salvatrucha
Zone?
in the house. See, man, we're taking over little by little, bro. I told him we're part of the Mata, bro, but the new Mata, not the old Mata.
Well, the new Mata is all. I mean, well, the new Mata is better because the old Mata is all in jail now.
Yeah.
Thanks to your president.
Yeah, no, I love him, man. Hey, I just got back from El Salvador. I had the honors to meet him. I went to the inauguration. I got to meet him and the vice president, and it's crazy, bro. The people that I actually met there. We had this little chat going on, and we call ourselves the SV Illuminati, so the Salvi Illuminatis, right? So, because there was some pretty interesting people, man, while we were out there, and just crazy, man. The world, right? The world, the way it's changing. They cleaned it up now from number one murder capital of the world, 0, and people are going out, and it was just like, damn.
Yeah, you gotta applaud that.
I got to.
Got to be commended, bro.
You got to. Now let's just see what happens next. My boy got reelected. He rewrote the Constitution to stay another 5 years. We'll see what happens after that.
Good deal.
But anyway, man. So all right. So radio. What do you see the future? We still haven't got there, man. I mean, they're listening to it too different. What happens to talent like you? And all of our industry colleagues out there, man, all the honor personalities. I mean, we all XM Radio took a hit too as well. I mean,
like I said, because
personalities.
Personalities will never go away. I mean,
right. And we want to be connected,
but
right?
They don't want to pay the personalities. That's the problem. And now they can get a little kid to do the stuff. And everything's automated, so you don't even physically need a DJ to push the buttons anymore. There's a computer that runs.
They're gonna start doing AI voices and this shit.
That's in the works now, bro. And it's like, but AI is not
AI
personality.
Chewy. We're gonna do. Would you like to listen to AI Chewy?
Don't do it. Don't do it. So radio is changing, but I don't think it's ever going to go away because there's still a demand for it. And
bro, AM stations are still number one in some markets.
Yeah, in some markets because they got their news station, then their talk radio, and talk radio is huge. People like conversations.
Yeah,
we're having it now.
That's right.
So
I'm Mauricio Mejia live. Right, we go. Boom. What's up?
Stay connected. Hit the like and follow
and subscribe. Don't forget.
And don't turn off the alerts. Get that notification on that new episode, bro. So I mean, there's a lot of things.
We're dropping some gems here from my team back there. They're like, what the fuck? What's going on?
Man,
Did you guys take note of that shit back there? You guys take note? All right.
So I mean, I think radio's not going to go away, but it's not the radio we grew up on. And you don't have the high profile rock stars that we had with the likes of Rick Chase and the Mancows.
Yeah.
Because that took a lot of money. And these stations are now conglomerates.
Yeah.
And I'm no longer a personality that's viable. I'm just a number that creates numbers that either sell or don't sell.
Wow.
And it's my number, not my name, but if my number doesn't sell, that number has to be eliminated and replaced with another number.
That sounds like what was
It's
that?
so whack.
What was that? That TV show, the one that was on Netflix, the fucking Korean show where they fucking pop you. Like,
yeah. What was that? Squid Games.
Squid Games. That sounds like some Squid Game shit.
It might be, bro, but it's just that's the way it is. And I tell people, it's like, the Chewy of 93 is not the Chewy of 2024.
Wow.
I said, I'm still the same dude, but you don't get the same amount of Chewy.
Yeah.
Like, you're limited to the amount of times you can talk on the radio. You're limited on a lot of things. There's no support team to sell you. Like, there's no street teams.
No more.
There's nobody at the grand opening of the brand new Punch King, what I'm saying? Where's the street teams?
Yeah.
There is no street teams, bro.
Yeah.
And so
that's crazy.
if you're not visible,
you're
not viable. And if you're not viable, you're not sellable. If you're not sellable, what are you doing here?
Well, I think that the dynamics have changed, and I saw that in early 2000 when we're going to go back to MySpace. That was one of the first platforms that social media platforms. Really, AOL, the AOL chat rooms were the platforms, and then MySpace, and then then Facebook started infiltrating. And I think once that world, the virtual world, came to a reality, the touch, people started to go to the path of least resistance, or the easy way, right? Instead of putting in the hard work, our generation, we went out. Hey,
Hustled.
we hustled. We had paper routes. I washed cars. I sold boxes of candy. Like
At what age?
At 13, 14, 15 years old, man.
Sometimes younger.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I got nephews and nieces that are 13, 14, 20 that don't want to work. I'm like,
25.
come on, bro. I'm like, you got to work, bro. I'm not free.
Yeah.
Gas is not free. You
Yeah.
want to ride?
Yeah.
Put 5 on it. I'm saying.
We even did a song on it. But
You know
I
what
got
I'm
5 on it.
You know, and these kids is like funny.
Yeah.
These kids do not want to work. There's no hustle in them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that Instagram thing that you're doing is not giving you no money.
I think what social media became a drug, the new drug for that generation. And we started to see it because we came from the generation before that, and we're looking at shit and like, what's gonna happen? And we're actually seeing that now, the effects of that shit. Like I'm like the 25 to 35 generation right now. Fuck, their wires got crossed, and I'm just like, yo, like we gotta work to make shit happen.
Right.
And if you want to have that baller shit, that the great mentality, the great things in life, you gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
But they take these. Now, the generation that I'm really, really loving right now is the next generation. It's what they call the alpha generation. So there's the millennials, I guess the Z, and then there's the alpha. These little fucking kids are off the hook. 15-year-olds already hustling. My niece, gonna be 4 years old, fucking 3 languages already. I'm like, obviously English, Spanish, and sign language. I'm like, and she's picking up shit. I'm like, and thinking about money. I mean, obviously there's a lot of things that generation after us they weren't taught certain things. The hustle is missing.
Yeah, hustle's definitely missing.
It's missing. I mean, and even now, so we're starting to see that some people are picking up, picking up that energy or that vibe. I mean, the club scene took a shit too.
No,
all
been saying that.
the promoters started to become Facebook promoters, and I'm like, yo, where's the personal touch?
Where's the flyers?
Where's the flyers at, right?
Where's the hand-to-hand?
Hey, that I used to call it hand-to-hand combat.
That's what it is.
My biggest thing was, hey, we're going to the mall.
Hey.
And we're gonna go talk to all the girls at the makeup
Yeah, but
counters.
nobody's at the mall. Everybody's on Amazon, bro.
That's right.
That's why you're not winning.
Where
Are you gonna go see the kids at? Where are you gonna go see the girls at? Besides maybe catching them at a coffee house.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Even the movie theaters are taking hits.
Yo, here, check out my party I'm throwing.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a party? Oh, no, don't want to go to that.
Yeah. Is it on Instagram? No.
No.
I'm giving you a personal
Here's a
VIP.
flyer.
Yeah. I'm trying to spin her right now.
VIP card. I still keep VIP cards from Latino Fridays. I do every Friday. I keep VIP cards in my car. I give them away. They never get used.
Wow.
I'm like, I just gave you a VIP card. Gets you free every Friday.
Yeah.
Come on.
Free.
Nobody uses it. Oh, I have it in my house. A lot of good that does you. So you paid to get in today? Yeah, I did. Okay, well, that was your bad.
Hey,
I gave you a card, got you in for free, bro.
Fuck, I'm telling you, the wires got crossed somewhere. Wires got crossed. Oh, man. Well, I mean, we'll see what's going to happen with this next generation.
Wait and see. That's it.
That's it, man. And then we'll see what happens with radio. And, I know that you're doing, you got the hustle in you. You got a bunch of different stuff going on. You still got the TV show,
every day,
the video.
Yes, I'm on CMC. Been doing that almost 40 years. That was almost simultaneously. And the way I got into
nobody
TV,
even plays videos anymore, and you guys are still keeping it real.
We're still playing videos, and like I said, the thing that separates us, we're doing giveaways and we're taking calls. And on Sundays, I do the oldie show live from there. So I'm live. I'm taking live dedications. I got people barbecuing. Chewy, we're barbecuing out here in Eastside San Jose. Shout out 7 Trees. All right, shout out 7 Trees. Hey, let me say what's up to all my folks out there in
everybody
Gilroy.
just fucking lights up, bro.
It's awesome.
Lights up.
And I'm shouting them on. They're excited. Oh, you're cruising in Richmond.
Yes.
Shout out to us. We're out here 30 Deep Club Luxurious. Shout out to Club Luxurious cruising in Richmond. Boom.
Yeah.
They're all bumping CMC. I love it. And then now what I've done is I've taken my phone or my iPad and I put it on the side. So now I'm streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
So now I'm streaming on Twitch, and there's a bunch of people that listen and lurk, and some are in the chat room, which is awesome. But now I'm doing the show live on TV. But the fact that I'm on Twitch now, I'm getting folks tuned in from New York, the Philippines, Germany. I got folks tuned in from Simi Valley, San Antonio, Texas. That are now hearing the oldies.
You're global. You're becoming national.
Yeah.
National, and then becomes
by
global.
accident.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Damn.
And so I'm doing that, and I'm staying busy. That I'm still doing a bunch of clubs. I'm doing, Latino Friday's been going 8 years strong. We're averaging about.
That's at the old is it
No,
at the
Glass
glass
House.
glass house
Glass Cat.
yeah.
Before that, Trocadero.
Yeah, Trucadero. That's what I remember. The Trucadero.
So
And then didn't it turn into the Grand?
It's the Grand now.
The Grand now. That's right. Yeah.
And so we're at the Grand every Fridays, Latino Fridays. And
Strong, still.
8 years strong.
Damn.
We average about 400 people, which is not a lot of people for that room because, like I said, it's a huge space. We could do 1,200 if we wanted to. And we have done parties like we do the Bad Bunny after party or we brought in for, during the NBA finals that were here. We had Busta Rhymes in there. We had Chris Brown in there. Packed to the rafters, 1,200 deep, 100 people waiting outside trying to get in. And so it's a big space, but consistently we average about 400 to 500 people consistently, which is cool.
Fuck, Chuy, you born in Mexico, raised in here in California in the Bay. You had no path for radio, and just by being consistent and doing the work, you got work, motherfuckers, work. Look where you're at.
Yeah, but you gotta love what you do, though.
Yeah,
and I tell people that all the time.
Absolutely.
Like, I love what I do. So, and it's not just, it's a quote. No, it's not a quote, man. I love what I do. I get a kick out of being on the radio. I get a kick out of being the person that broke this record. And nowadays, I'm not breaking records. I'm playing old school stuff. But getting a kick out of being the first
No, but I like your remixes.
Yeah.
I like your remixes. I watch. Hey, bro, I told you.
But, I like to share. I like to expose. I like to introduce.
Yeah.
I like to be the person that turn your frown upside down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you may be having a fucked up day because your boyfriend cussed you out, your mom cussed you out, your grade didn't come out.
You got to cut all those people. When I'm listening to that, I'm like, you got to cut that person out. You got to cut that person out. I'm like, fuck that.
But some people don't know how to cut people off. And they stay in the same cycle and they're on the same treadmill.
Yeah.
And it goes over and it's a bad cycle. But for those people that don't know how to get out of that cycle, you need a break. And if Chewy's that break and that allows you to smile for 10 minutes while you're in your car in your quiet zone, and you've allowed me in your quiet space because it is your quiet space, bro. You're in your car, you're riding. You don't need to turn on the radio.
No.
But you turn on the radio and Chewy says something stupid or some.
It's
just put a smile on you.
It's a comfort voice.
It's a comfort.
Yes.
You grew up on Chewy, so just hearing Chewy say anything or whatever I mentioned or talked about and turn your frown upside down, then I've done my job, and I love doing that. So,
you hit a point. I loved what I was doing because I love to see the smiles of everyone having fun at my parties.
But you weren't the one smiling though.
That's right. I became it became miserable for me. It became dark for me
because it became a job and you have to go there.
Yeah.
And there's days where you don't want to go there because it doesn't make you happy.
No.
Although you're making people happy, it's not making you happy.
That's right.
So at some point you got to choose you. Once you choose you, you have found the great space.
Yeah.
Where you choose to do what you want to do.
Damn, bro. I didn't know you were a philosopher
Come
now,
on,
bro.
bro.
What the fuck? You come over here now. You're dropping some gems, bro.
I'm just here to share, bro. I tell you, I'm not here to share. I'm telling you what makes me happy.
I thought I was interviewing you, dog.
I love my kids. I love my job. I love what I do. I hate paying taxes.
I think we all do that, but, it's part of the life. Man, that's crazy, man. The way you just the way you just laid it out, it's the truth, man. At the end of the day, I love doing my show. I have a passion. I know that I couldn't do this alone. It's I'm only as good as the team that we build, the people that we surround ourselves. I mean, you know what it's like to have a producer for a show. And I don't know about now, right? Because the budget cuts.
There's no producers nowadays. It's Chewy flies solo. But, I mean, the fact that you have a team that works with you and wants to help you succeed.
Yes,
and
amen.
at the same time, they're learning new things.
Yes.
Because we're all new to this. And podcasting is it's a beautiful medium for those that love to do it, for those that love to listen to it.
Yeah.
And as creators, we need more stuff out there. And you're telling stories that haven't been told.
Yes.
You're sharing experiences that haven't been told about these experiences, lifestyles that have changed because certain things that have happened.
Yeah.
Whether it was for a DJ, a nightclub owner, or business owner.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
all got struggles and trials and tribulations they've
Right.
gone through to get to where they're at.
Right.
And people just see you shining. They don't
Right.
see that you were out there busting your ass out till 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Sometimes no sleep, and sleeping in your car between jobs just to get to the next job.
Yep.
And now all they see is that he's shining. Yeah, well, I worked to get to this shine, partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This didn't happen because I was sitting on my ass
That's right.
playing, street soldiers or whatever.
You know what? All of a sudden, it started becoming cute to put CEO next to your name because you started a something
Anything.
or entrepreneur or business owner or this and that. It's like it's not about the title; it's about the work that you put behind, and then the commitment, right? And that to me is what makes in anyone that's in their space successful. That's just doing it and making the noise. Making shit happen. And then, of course, when we're making noise, then guess what happens? We got the haters.
That's going to happen. That's what motivates us to do what we do.
That gives me rocket fuel. And I know in the radio world, fuck. And your world is really small, right?
Hella small. Hella
You're
small.
shaking hands with the haters. You don't need,
all day long.
What's up?
What's up, boy?
Yeah, but you got to embrace it. You got to embrace it and use that as your rocket fuel to keep going. So
That's it.
fuck, Chewy, man.
Good times, bro.
Hey, I'm blown away, man. I honestly didn't know where we were gonna go, but I appreciate the fact. One, I appreciate the fact you took the time to come out of your schedule
On your birthday.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, and that's what made it even more special. That today on my birthday here, man, I was excited about this interview today. I was excited to have you because I know we were gonna have fun with it. And just again, man, to see two Latinos, different worlds come together. And make the noise that we have in the Bay Area, because you've put your stamp in the entire Bay Area. I'm looking at there you go,
Right there, Chuy Gomez. Long time. If you didn't grow up on me, you weren't from here.
Yeah, bottom line, right?
Yeah.
And that's the crazy part that part of my life I grew up listening and watching. From the silly shit to where you're at today, that you dropped some philosophy on me, dog. Damn, Chewy the philosopher, cabrón.
I'm not an author yet, though.
Hey, that's right. Don't forget.
I'm not an author. This guy is.
Hey, but that took a lot of hard work, though, too. Even with help, it took a lot of hard work, man. And those are for you, by the way. I signed them.
Oh,
yeah,
snap.
I
Right
signed
on.
these for you today on my birthday. Making it happen. There you go.
Look at that.
Boom.
Boom.
Fucking 3 books, bro. This one hasn't even been released.
See what I'm
the
saying,
middle
bro?
one. Look at that. Making it happen, guys.
Aspirations for Chuy Gomez. Inspired to be an author.
Hey, bro. Do you read?
No.
Okay.
I just had that conversation the other day. I'm like, bro, I'm a movie guy.
Hey.
You can read the book all you want.
All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna ask one favor. If I ask for my birthday as a birthday wish, Chapter 1, the introduction of Smoke and Mirrors. This one right here.
Okay.
This one, obviously, this one's about nightlife, and it talks about. And then if you read the whole fucking thing, bro, I'll be impressed.
I'm gonna text you. If I read, I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna say, yeah, guess what, bro? I actually read your book.
Hey.
But I'm gonna read the first chapter just because you asked, and not because I want to.
Chewy, my brother, I want to say thank you, man, for coming down today and taking time out of your schedule. Wrapping it up, what words of advice, what words of encouragement would you give out to the young people, Latinos, all people, right? Because one thing that I know for a fact, we grew up in an era where I know the slogan in L.A., and I think there was a slogan up here at KMEL, was no color line.
Yeah, no color lines. The People Station.
The
It's
People Station, that's
all
right.
About everybody, you know.
Right.
What I'm saying? So for me,
So we love everybody and
we're all inclusive.
That's right.
all
That's
inclusive.
right.
But the thing is, I mean, for somebody like you and myself, there weren't a lot of people that were of our color or of Latino descent that were on radio or TV to begin with, anyway. So it's funny. I never sold myself as your Latino guy. I just sold myself as a person. And
Yes.
But people have always said to me, like especially those that came from a third world country, who I've encountered, they're like, I learned to speak English watching you. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
I couldn't speak a lick of English, but the music was my introduction to the language. And watching you, and then have you say some little stupid Spanish anything in the middle of my little thing was like he connected. It's like, oh, he speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
So I be doing my lingo, and it's like, yeah, mañana en la mañana voy a estar acá, and blah blah blah, and in the middle of throwing a little Spanglish, and they would like, it was so inspiring to see that. So for me to tell somebody right now would be, do you, but be the best you do, because you're inspiring somebody whether you know it or not.
Yes.
You know, you don't know who you've touched. Even in passing, who you met, you've turned their day around when you've just shook somebody's hand and complimented them. So.
Amen. No, man, you've said some things today that really hit home, and I appreciate what you've said, and I appreciate all the love that I've gotten from you as well. A couple things before we wrap it up. There's a rematch coming up. My boy Isaac over here.
Oh, again?
He wants some smoke again, bro. He wants some smoke. So Isaac, good look on the podcast. We're calling you out, dog.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Allegedly in July, but we'll see, bro.
Well, give me a day so I can lock it down.
Yeah, no, we'll have you come out and be the
DJ, MC. I'll be the ringmaster, whatever. It don't matter, bro. I'll be the ringmaster to this circus.
Hey, so we got that coming up, and I know you got a couple of events coming up this summer, right? And on top of your Friday night.
No, I do a lot of boat parties. Like I just did an oldies boat cruise. Awesome.
I still haven't been on one of those boat parties.
On them.
I tried to do one, and I was like, nah, I don't want to get stuck on a boat. But are they really fun?
It's ghetto. I'm gonna tell you, these boats. It's not.
Okay, the boats are getting
right. It's not a luxurious boat. Like you don't get dressed.
It sounds like it's luxurious.
Come comfortable, because we drink. We got food on the boat. We drink and we play music. And at the end of the day, you're singing, you're drunk.
Anyone jump out of the boat?
Nobody's jumped out the boat.
All right, not yet.
Nobody's jumped out the boat. We've had a couple of people throw up over the side of the boat. But take the Dramamine. No, don't get seasick on the boat. Come on, have a good time. We do a ton of them. I got a freestyle one coming up July 14th. July 7th, I got a Latino one. We're doing our first Latino one.
I gotta come out on one, bro.
Cumbias to merengues to salsa to
all right, I'm coming out to that one.
And then,
who's the DJ, bro? Tonio?
For that one, it's gonna be my brother Hugo and DJ Crazy. Crazy, yeah. Out of the East Bay. We got DJ Scotty Fox for the freestyle party.
All right. Old school.
Dope.
Old school.
And so, just follow me on Instagram at Chuy Gomez and find out what I'm doing. I'm doing something somewhere everywhere.
So you're on Instagram, Chuy Gomez.
Chuy Gomez.
Facebook, Chuy Gomez.
Everything's
fucking just Google.
On Facebook, look for El Chulo del Radio. El Chulo del Radio. That is my fan page.
All right.
Facebook/El Chulo del Radio. That would be the handsome one.
All right. Final words, man. What are your final words to the world out there?
Spread love and legs.
Damn. I'll take both. Fucking Chewy.
That's it, baby.
I love you, dog. And that's a wrap.
Mauricio Mejia Live.